Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So I want to go ahead and do a 24-hour follow-up with the on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Using it alongside, these are my two dailies right now. Here's the thing. This phone is impressive. I really like it. There's a couple of things. There's two things that really stand out that have stood out to me over the last, again, it's been more than 24 hours, but during that first 24 hours, I learned a couple things. And the first thing I learned about this phone is how great the battery life is going to be on this phone. Now, personally, my early predictions are I will never have to charge this phone within 36 hours. Battery life on this phone, the point I'm making, is fantastic. That is the first thing that stood out to me. I charged it once in just over a day and a half, and at the 50% mark I had 5 hours of screen on time. So closing out is closer to 10 more than likely, because I honestly didn't look at the numbers before I put it on the charger and I forgot about it, and I was like, oh man. But I'm telling you folks, I'm getting a lot of usage out of this phone, and that's pretty doggone good. For an iPhone, that's really good. The thing that helps the iPhone is the standby time. That's what helps iPhones, the standby time. Put it down at 100, pick it up at 100. 8 hours later when you're sleeping, you know, that's just the way it goes. So battery life, impressed. Now, next thing, oh boy, I'm gonna say it. Now, I said it in 2 other videos, but I'll say it again. I like the iPhone cameras better than my G8 cameras for the simple fact that I can just hit record and don't have to worry about it overexposing in certain areas, and I don't have to go to the Pro mode because there is no Pro mode. The G8 has the advantage with the Pro mode, and I can tweak it how I want, but I'm totally satisfied with these cameras over the G8. Sorry, G8 fans. The G8 still beat out my baby Thanos, but I still like the cameras better. And I'm surprised I didn't catch a lot of heat about that in that video, which leads me to believe that anybody actually watched the full video and see me put that up on the screen. Who knows? Now, fast forward to the Galaxy Note 10 Plus versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Definitely favor the cameras in the iPhone better than the Note. So that is the second thing that is extremely impressive with this device in the first 24 hours of using it. A day in the life. Some things I just couldn't go without talking about, and I wasn't even going to do a 24 hours actually. I was going to do a 72 hours. But since I'm doing a 24 and I've done some comparisons with this already, I'm just going to probably push forward and see you guys in 7 days when it comes to this phone. I'm not sure yet, unless something happens that I want to talk about. I will be doing a Ask Me Anything video on a live stream sometime next week, more than likely. Or this week, I'm not sure. Probably next week. So, cameras and battery, knocked it out the park. Good job, Apple. That part of the keynotes that you talked about, I'm totally buying into it. I believe you. Okay? Now, after that, it's just an iPhone, folks. Sorry. And that's not like a derogatory thing, so I shouldn't say I'm sorry, because I'm not sorry. This is just my perspective on it. This is still just a phone like every other phone as far as the software experience goes, with tweaks as it goes along. And I'm not mad at that. If it's working for them, they by all means keep it going. But this is one of the reasons I don't stay with iPhones as primary devices very long until 2017 is when I actually did it, which was the iPhone 10. And I just gave that up to do a $600 trade-in for my Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and I don't regret it. But the thing about iPhones are there's a lot to like about it. I mean, this has stereo speakers, wireless charging, IP rating, big screen. It's a nice device. It's very simple to just pick this up and start using it. And that sounds like the commercial, but when I compare it against other phones that I have, they can do that too. It's just that they have way more features in the software. Some dislikes that I've already pointed out in another video. No real multitasking here. You can't do split screen. You can't do picture in picture. It kind of sucks, you know. but it is what it is. So the iPhone, living with it for a day so far. Well, again, it's been going. It's actually 2 days now, but 24 hours. Completing a full 24 hours with this device. It's easy. There's no. I'm not having any problems with the software at all. I do have a problem on the Baby Thanos version where it keeps forcing, like when you turn off location services. I don't like to share my location services with anything that I do. And if I turn it off, I just continuously get pop-ups from Apple, or on the Thanos version, getting continuous pop-ups saying, turn me on, turn me on, turn me on. And I'm like, no. Very frustrating. So, excuse me. So, with this one, I'm going to see how it works out. But other than that, there's not much to the day in the life with an iPhone. Lots of videos, lots of photos, and some video samples, but 4K at 60 frames per second on the front and the rear, 4K 60 frames per second on the front. Totally impressed with it. It really beats up on other phones when it comes to image processing. And that's something that I'm really excited about for a phone, because this is how I use my phone. Tons and tons of photos, and not like for my personal life, because I have a DSLR if I want to take some real photos. But this is for social media. It's social media on this device. On iPhones, it's a little bit better, but some apps do hang. Like YouTube hangs a little bit. YouTube Studio hangs a little bit. Ooh, yeah, excuse me, folks. Ooh, hey. I wasn't even tired. As soon as I get on video, I'll start yawning. But other than that, you know, editing on iMovie, I haven't done it on this phone yet, but it's nice. They've upgraded it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. There's nothing really to dislike. It's just that I don't know if this could be like a primary driver for 2 or 3 years, like I did the other iPhone 10. I just don't know if I can do that because this, and then the Pixel 4 is coming, and I can't wait to put this against the Pixel 4 so that we can finally get it out of the way. We shall see when that day comes, but for now, it's a complete 24 hours. It's down. Maybe I do need to go to bed. I'm not tired though. But you know, it is what it is. This is a solid device. Battery's great. Cameras are good, and you still get that same old iPhone experience. Good or bad, hate it, love it. It is what it is, folks. Let's give credit to Apple for hyping up their cameras and then them actually being good, unlike OnePlus hyping them up and they're not so good. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. More coverage on the iPhone 11 Pro. Stay tuned. It's really good. Also, facial recognition is a lot faster. I mean, really fast. It's a lot faster. Yeah, there it is. It's your man Jay. Gotta go. Ugh.